Did I not just recently make a video and I said that for well, who knows the time period, but in my lifetime I've seen this ever since I was in my 20s with all of these black American women who, for some strange reason, I need to go get an African man. I need to go get a Jamaican man. And when I would hear them say that, they'd be talking with their friends and whatnot. The only thing that they were talking about mainly was that they work hard, right? They are hard workers. And some of them, the stories that I was hearing, they don't like their secrets to get out, but some of them they were financially using these men, like taking all their money and stuff like that. And I think I told y'all the story of this. I did security in my county building a long time ago, and this older Jamaican man, he's probably dead by now, and his son, they walked up to me. I've seen them in the community before. He's like, "Hey man, let me ask you a question." The way they have their accents, and I said, "Yeah, yeah," and it was the father. He was like in his 60s back then. This is over 10 years ago, so I don't know if he's still here. But anyway, he says, you know, me black American wife, can she take my income tax because she's been taking my income tax. And I said, listen, man, I don't know anything about marriage. You need to go talk to your lawyer. Oh fuck, I gotta get a lawyer. And his son walked up to me. He said, his father walked away. The son walked up to me. He goes, I've been tried to tell my father, don't mess with these black American women. I was laughing. I was like, yeah. So I've been said, and I'm going to say it again, not all. I do not know all Africans. I do not know all Caribbeans, but I have known a few in my neighborhood that every time they came here and they were with a black American woman, some Caribbeans and some African, some. I gotta say this. People will say he's talking bad about. No, no, no. Right? These women, over time, found out about his family back home. This has been the common theme. It's like they sit here and the black man is literally Lucifer. This is how black women have seen black men, how they have talked about black men so bad that all of a sudden they got to go get with Africans. They got to go get with Caribbeans. And I'm telling you, I got horror stories of some of them getting their behind beat because in their culture and a lot of these guys' cultures, there is no concept of domestic violence. There's no laws for domestic violence. A lot of people don't know this, right? There are some places in Africa there is no laws on the books concerning domestic violence in 2024. There's none. I looked it up, right? So these black American women, you don't know this. And just like what they say about the Haitians over here now, people have been reporting they have been taking ducks and dispatching ducks and geese or whatever, and people have taken pictures. It's a whole different culture, and I have known more than two African men and Caribbean men that they would beat the stuffing out of their black American wives. I've seen this a bunch of times in my life. I've seen this. Oh, the food is the food is too warm. It should be piping hot. Pow, you get smacked in the mouth. I done seen this. I done seen this. I'm surprised that they're making these TikToks because they would never. Oh well, there wasn't the technology back then. There wasn't TikTok, 20 years ago. But still, this was a quiet little secret. A lot of these black women, you know, they kind of laid off of this foreign Negro thing, foreign black thing. They try to, they started falling back because they realized, the black American man, he really ain't that bad. We are not that bad. We are not that bad. We are actually good men. I know a lot of good black American men that are peaceful, not violent with their women. I know I haven't talked to him in a while. He wouldn't talk to me anymore because I'm no longer a Hebrew Israelite. He still is, but he has a channel on YouTube. He's a real good man. He's married to a black woman, and they've got a boy and a girl, and he's so meek and kind, and he's a very handsome, dark skinned man, and he's just an amazing guy. And I know so many good black men, you know, and I'm here to tell you, if nobody tells you that you are a diamond, sir, I'm here to tell you, you are a diamond. If you are a diamond, if you are a productive black man, you are, what's the word I'm looking for? As the Bible says, you are rarer than the gold of Ophir. If you are a kind black man, like most black men that I know, they're not perfect, but they're kind, they're loving, they will do for you, they're productive, they go to work, they have decent relationships with their families and their friends. I mean, it is what it is. They're not violent, they're not criminals. They go to work every day and they go home like me. So I'm gonna play this video, right? And instead of them dealing with I know so many black men like me that are single. Instead of dealing with the men that wake up every day, go to work every day, on time every day, do the job every day, instead of saying, "Oh, where are all the good men?" I see all of us in the community all the time. I know single black men. I know a lot of single black men. And you want to know what's interesting? Foreign women are constantly asking me to hook them up with American black men. Isn't that amazing? You would think that black women would come to somebody like me and say, "Do you know anybody that is single?" I know a lot of single black men that are productive. They're not perfect, the women are not perfect, right? But they've got something going on. And how is it that foreign women can see this and American women don't? I'll play the first one.
So with this first video, it's going to go over the mindset of a lot of the men that's in the Caribbean and what they believe in. With them, they believe in having a sidekick is healthy for the relationship. I can understand the thought process of that, of why they believe that, because we all know that once women get you, once they have conquered you, they believe that they don't have to do any more for you. So with that being said, you know that having a side chick is basically that one woman that will actually do what you're looking for, which is having, a lot of sex, because the main girl feels as though she don't have to do that. She don't want to do it anymore. So the man chooses to go out and find it elsewhere, and then he comes back home and show his main girl the love. But of course, she's the one who's not giving him what he's looking for. But hey, it is what it is. But a lot of these women, of course, the women believe that men shouldn't cheat no matter what.
Never pay for Wi-Fi again. InstaBridge is a free app with 20 million Wi-Fi passwords.
Even if they're not doing their part. But let's go ahead and check out this video.
Having a side chick is healthy because it helps strengthen the relationship, the main relationship. Again, I'm just telling you what their thinking is. Because to them, it's like, all right, by having this woman on the side who can give them whatever their main woman cannot, it allows them to be cool with what they're getting at home, still get their needs met, and in their eyes, everyone's happy. Everyone's winning. All right? So Again, and I just want to say real quick, I really don't want y'all to think all Caribbean men are also are cheating as a lifestyle. That's not what I'm saying. All right, I just wanted to use that example real quick of some of the things I've seen.
Well, I'm not gonna go on. I think the Solo Traveler ORD. I like all his videos, and there's a couple of women talking their examples of getting not so stellar treatment by African men and Caribbean men or whatever. They act like these. I don't know where they. Well, like I said, a lot of it honestly was them trying to use these guys, trying to exploit these guys. Trying to get with them in order to help these guys get citizenship and working papers, and then when he gets a job, like just trying to take all of his money. That's what some of that was all about. That's what some of these foreign blacks were telling me, like my wife is trying to exploit me financially. I was like, wow. I started to hear some of these guys tell me these stories, and they would leave these women and stuff like that over stuff like that, and some of these I don't know if it's K1 visa marriage arrangements, or like some of these women, I think they have in America, it's called a marriage visa. So if she already marries him in Jamaica or whatever, now she can apply for him to come back and show how much income she has and her tax returns and all that other good stuff. So that's what that's all about, some of that what that's all about. But and some of it, I believe, is like I said, they have this negative image about us, this hateful image about us. And I think a lot of them, closing this out, I think a lot of black American women, I've said this before, and I'm going to say this again. I was born in a single black female headed household. It was very challenging for the both of us. It wasn't pretty a lot of times. It was happy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't grow up with this "I hate all black men" because my father wasn't in my life. I think that a lot of black American women, they cannot get over their daddy issues. They can't do it, man. And they don't understand that just like you, we have the same problems, right? A lot of us that didn't have a father growing up, we have the same damn problems. But the difference between me and you, or us and them, is that they allow their experiences to turn them bitter against all black men, right? And then they want to try to forever escape from us, like all black men are bad, so I need to go get with an African man. They value family. You've never met any of them. I want to get with a Caribbean man. They're better providers. Just splitting her split personalities. Trying to run away from her life, her hurt, her embarrassment. This is what I think this is all about. And I think that also translates into swirling. I did the video talking about that too. Like, I think that girls in particular, like them, if they don't have a father growing up, it really, really, really affects them. It really does, man. And I think that's why a lot of them have mental issues. It's the truth. I think that a father is absolutely 100% necessary to be in the life of his but the male too. But I'm just saying, even more so in the daughter's life, because I believe that her he gives her his love, his stability, and this is what she needs. This is what she needs. She needs the love of her father. And if she doesn't get it, this is where you see a lot of these women that are running around trying to find dad in all the wrong places. That's just the way it is. Trying to marry white men Hispanic men and Asian men and all this shit that honestly I just consider it crazy as just time goes along. But anywho, good video, you know.